uh, discuss about eyelid. Today we will discuss about eyelid. Okay, what is eyelid? What is eyelid?
স্যার ওই যে
Sir,
চোখের
movable
পাতাটা।
folds of skin
চোখের পাতাটা।
that
চোখের
cover
পাতা বললে
orbital
হবে?
cavity.
হ্যাঁ?
Sir, these are the movable folds of skin which cover orbital cavity and eyeball.
Good. This is the eyelid is the structure covering the front side of the eyeball and orbit. Front side of the eyeball and orbit. Structure of the eyelids. Eyelid ki structure ki? Eyelid skin is thin, less than 1 millimeter. This is a specialized skin. There is no subcutaneous fat. Almost transparent. Almost transparent. Other skin are not so transparent. So it is a very thin skin, less than 1 millimeter in thickness, and there is no subcutaneous fat. Almost transparent. There is loose areolar tissue, subcutaneous tissue. The striated muscle fibers of the orbicularis oculi. Submuscular areolar tissue having containing neurovascular bundle. Orbital septum and tarsal plate, which is the hard structure in the eyelid, and non-striated muscles, Muller's muscles. Then innermost layer, the conjunctiva. So from outward to inward, eyelid from outward to inward, that is from anterior to posterior. Skin, subcutaneous tissue, striated muscles, orbicularis oculi, then submuscular neurovascular bundle, then orbital septum and tarsal plate, then non-striated muscles at the undersurface of the tarsal plate, and conjunctiva, the mucous membrane covering the backside of the eyelid. So it is very important to know the structure of the eyelid and draw and level the structure of the eyelid. There is a question always, sometimes in your written exam, structures of the eyelids. Draw and level the structure of the eyelid. And the skin is very thin and transparent. So sometimes we see the fluids accumulates in the skin, eyelid skin in acute glomerulonephritis and nephrotic syndrome. First, fluid accumulates there. Subcutaneous tissue, loose connective tissue, and the striated muscles are the parts of the orbicularis oculi. Orbicularis oculi muscles have orbital part, pulmonal part. The pulmonal part is in the eyelid, which helps to close the eyelid, and submuscular areolar tissue, that is neovascular bundle, and orbital septum and tarsal plate. Tarsal plate is in the lid margin, near the lid margin, tarsal plate, and orbital septum is attached to the tarsal plate, which is extends and attached to the rim of the orbit. So orbital septum separates the structures, separates the eyelids in two parts, anterior and posterior. Anterior part is communicated with the subcutaneous layers of the scalp and posterior part. So any injury in the upper part, in the scalp, blood may come into the eyelid. Blood may sometimes there is black eye, and because orbital septum and tarsal plate does not allow blood to go under the under surface of the eyelid. And a smooth muscle is Mueller's muscle. Mueller's muscle. This is a non-steroidal smooth muscle. It helps to elevate the eyelid. It helps to elevate the eyelid, to open the eyelid. Glands of the eyelids. What are the glands? Meibomian glands, ciliary glands of the mole, sebaceous glands of the G's. Meibomian glands are modified sebaceous glands. Modified sebaceous glands. Glands is more in the upper lid than lower. In the upper lid, about 35 in number, and the lower lid 25 in number. Ciliary glands of the mole, the modified sweat glands. Modified sweat glands. And sebaceous glands of the G's. Glands of G's. Glands of G's and glands of mole are around the eyelashes. These are the glands around the eyelashes. And modified sebaceous glands, that is meibomian glands, are in the tarsal plate, within the tarsal plate. The glands are placed in the tarsal plate, within the tarsal plate, vertically placed. These are the vertically arranged in the tarsal plate. So why collagen is more in the upper lid? Because there are more number of meibomian glands in the upper lid. So there is more chance of collagen in the upper lid. What is collagen? Chronic lipoglomerulus inflammation of the meibomian gland is called collagen. Secretion of these glands contribute to the precorneal tear film formation. This is the structure of the eyelid. This is cornea, antechamber, lens. This is lower eyelid. This is the upper eyelid. Tarsal plate. This is the tarsal plate, and this is the orbital septum. Palpebral muscles. What are the muscles of the eyelids? We already told what are the glands of the eyelids, and then what are the muscles of the eyelid. These are the small questions, MCQ questions, following at the muscles of the eyelids. So there may be some fallacy, some false name may be included. If you know the correct answer, you will be able to answer. Orbicularis oculi. The name indicates it is the muscles of the orbit and muscle of the eyeball. Closes the eyelids, supplied by the facial nerve. Orbicularis oculi muscles closes the eyelids, and it is supplied by the facial nerve. Levator palpebralis superioris, LPS. Another name is LPS. Contributes to the elevation of the eyelids, supplied by the oculomotor nerve. Levator palpebrae levator palpebrae superioris. That is the muscle which elevate the palpebrum, that is the eyelid, upward. That is called levator palpebrae superioris, and it is supplied by the oculomotor nerve. Molars muscles, it helps to elevate the eyelid. This is supplied by the sympathetic nerve supply from the superior cervical ganglion. Sympathetic nerve supply from superior cervical ganglion. So muscles of the eyelids are the orbicular, oculi, levator palpebrae superioris, molars muscles. And motor supply of these muscles already told. And the sensory nerve supply, upper eyelid by the ophthalmic division of the trigeminal nerve, lower eyelid by the maxillary division of the trigeminal nerve. Sensory nerve supply, upper eyelid, ophthalmic division of the trigeminal nerve, and lower eyelid, maxillary division of the trigeminal nerve. Blood supply. Blood supply of the eyelid. Medial palpebral artery from the ophthalmic artery. Medial palpebral artery from the ophthalmic artery. And lateral palpebral artery from the lacrimal artery. And tarsal arcades. Venous drainage by ophthalmic veins, frontal veins, and temporal veins. Nerve supply is more important because motor and sensory supply. Motor, that is the muscles of the eyelids, and sensory supply in the upper eyelid by the ophthalmic division of the trigeminal nerve, and lower eyelid by the maxillary division of the trigeminal nerve. Palpebral aperture. The aperture, the space between the two lids is called palpebral aperture. Interpalpebral fissure or interpalpebral fissure. In adult, it is usually larger in the female than male. Length 28 to 30 millimeter, breadth 14 to 15 millimeter, newborn 18.5 to 19. These are not essential to memorize all these things, but you should know what is interpalpebral fissure. Interpalpebral fissure is the space between the two lids when eyes are open. When eyes are open, when eyes are normally open. If you look staring, if you have a staring look, your fissure may be larger. Lid margin. Lid margin is important. It is divided by the punctum, ciliated part and non-ciliated part. Medial to the punctum is the 1/6. 1/6 of the lid margin is medial to the punctum. That is no glands. And lateral 5/6, 2 to 3 rows of lashes and glands of Moll and glands of Jay's. So punctum, what is punctum? Punctum is an orifice in the lid margin, which is the orifice of the lacrimal canaliculi, lacrimal orifices of lacrimal canaliculi, that divides the eyelid margin into the ciliated part and non-ciliated part. Ciliated part is having the eyelashes and glands of and non-ciliated part having no lash, no gland. That is smooth part. Number of eyelashes is also important. Eyelashes lifetime 3 to 5 months. In the upper lid, eyelashes are more 100 to 150 in number, and lower lid half of the upper lid. We know in lower lid, eyelashes are half of the upper lid, and in lower lid, number of the meibomian glands are also less than that of the upper lid. Okay. Waiting আছে টাইম শেষ হয়ে যাচ্ছে হ্যাঁ কতজন 80 and tear film. What is tear film? Tear film is the vertical layer of the tear, admixture of the secretions of the eye glands and lacrimal glands, eyelid glands and lacrimal glands in front of the cornea, just covering the cornea. And this tear film maintains the cleanliness and transparency of the cornea. And so by frequent blinking, we maintain the tear film. Always we maintain the tear film. If there is any break in the tear film, we do blinking. Automatically, unconsciously, unknowingly, we are doing blinking about 8 to 10 times or more in per minute. Why? To maintain that to maintain the tear film. Tear film must be always unbroken. That is unbroken. If it breaks, the dry spot will. If any dry spot appear in the tear film, it will break the tear film, and our vision will become hazy. Sometimes during computer work or mobile work or any cinema or anywhere, your eyes become blurred because of the lack of timely blinking, lack of timely blinking. So tear film is broken and eyes become hazy. So optical function of the eyelid is also important, just like windshield of the car. Where in rain or in a windy weather, you drive the car, and the front side of the glasses of the car may become blurred. So windshield clear it. Windshield make it clean by moving, and our eyelids also doing that all the time during daytime when we do works, we read or write or anything. We do the blinking at regular interval. In some weather, blinking is rate becomes more. In windy weather, in air condition, also cover eye during sleeping is very important. Sometimes if eyeball becomes protruded and eyelids cannot close the eyeball, then so there will be exposure keratitis. Or if there is seventh nerve palsy, then what will happen? Eyes will be exposed. Eyelid cannot be closed. Maintain position of the eyeball. Even if we know eyeball is situated in the orbit and suspended by their muscles attached to the orbit. So and it is also helped by the time out. Hey Nitai Babu, time. So maintenance of the position of the orbit is also done by the eyelids. হ্যাঁ এটা কাজ করতেছে না কেন? এর নামতেছে না কেন? কি তো কাজ করতেছে না। হ্যাঁ disease of the eyelid margin. Lid margin এ কি কি disease হতে পারে? Entropion, ectropion, blepharitis, and disease of the eyelashes. Entropion, what is entropion? Entropion or inward turning of the eyelid margin. Ectropion, outward turning of the eyelid margin. Blepharitis, inflammation of the eyelid margin. And eyelashes, disease of the eyelashes. Eyelash may fall, may become misdirected, may become white. So many diseases. We are coming to the point. Entropion, inward turning of the eyelid with rubbing of the eyelashes on the conjunctiva or cornea. If eyelid becomes inward turned, then there will be rubbing of the eyelashes over the cornea. What are the causes? Causes congenital acquired. Acquired senile involution of lower lid and cicatricial upper and lower lid দুটোই হতে পারে। Acute spastic lower lid. Senile, that is aging process জন্য হতে পারে, old age. There may be entropion and involutional, that eyelid volume মাসেল স্ট্রেংথ কমে গেলেও এরকম হতে পারে, এটা সাধারণত লোয়ার লিডে হয়। আর সিকেট্রিক্যাল দ্যাট ইজ কন্ট্রাকশন জন্য হইতে পারে, হ্যাঁ, বার্ন, কেমিক্যাল বার্ন অর এনি বার্ন জন্য হইতে পারে, হ্যাঁ। আপার এন্ড লোয়ার লিড দুটেই এন্ট্রোপিয়ান হইতে পারে। আর স্পাস্টিক, অ্যাকিউট স্পাস্টিক এন্ট্রোপিয়ান হইতে পারে। অ্যাকিউট স্পাজম, অ্যাকিউট স্পাজম, অ্যাকিউট স্পাজম অফ দা লোয়ার লিড, এটা অনেকগুলো ডিজিজে হয়। Ectropion, that is outward turning of the eyelid from the globe, causes congenital acquired involution lower lid and cicatricial upper and lower lid, same as entropion, and paralytic or facial nerve palsy. Facial nerve palsy to ectropion হতে পারে, হ্যাঁ। মেকানিক্যাল কজ হতে পারে, টিউমারস অন দা আপার এন্ড নিয়ার লোয়ার লিড মার্জিন, টিউমারস অন দা অন অর নিয়ার দা লিড মার্জিন, লিড মার্জিনের কাছে যদি টিউমার হয় সেটার জন্য এটা একট্রোপিয়ান হয়ে যেতে পারে, মানে আউট অফ ওয়েট, সাধারণত লোয়ার লিডে, একট্রোপিয়ান বেশি হয়। Understand? Are you? Hello?
জি স্যার।
তোমরা কি আছো ক্লাসে? হ্যাঁ?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. হ্যাঁ, তো are you getting interest?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Blaffarad is a big chapter, so we will discuss it later. So up to entropion and ectropion, huh? You should know the definition and 2 to 3 causes. Entropion, inward turning of the lid margin. Ectropion, outward turning of the lid margin. Causes congenital acquired. Acquired means senile or involutional, cicatricial, mechanical, paralytic in case of ectropion. And in case of entropion, congenital acquired, senile involution, cicatricial, and acute spastic. So, lead, draw and label the structure of the eyelid, and memorize the nerve supply of the eyelid, especially name the nerves and muscles opening the eyelid and closing the eyelids. Name the nerves and muscles opening the eyelids and closing the eyelids. Name the glands of the eyelids. What is the importance of the intervallar fissure? What are the functions of the eyelids? These are the very important questions. Always try to understand the important things, memorize the important things of every lecture. And what are the questions and what should be the answers? What are the important questions of this today's class? And what are the correct answers? Any question from you? Any question? Hello?
No, sir.
কোনো কোশ্চেন আছে?
No, sir.
তো তোমরা তো why you don't remind me about the class? Who is the monitor of this class? Asad.
Yes, sir.
So your communication skill is not enough.
স্যার নেক্সট ক্লাস থেকে তাহলে স্যার মনে করাই দিই।
মনে করাইবা, সবাইকে বলবা ক্লাস হবে কি হবে না, কি অবস্থা, টপিক কি, হ্যাঁ টপিক গুলো। আজকে তো কোনো কোশ্চেন করা হয় নাই, টাইম খুব কম তোমাদের এখানে, যে 40 মিনিট টাইম, সুতরাং এই টাইমের ভিতরে কোশ্চেন করা যায় না। আমরা একটা ক্লাস নিব শুধু কোশ্চেন করার জন্য, ঠিক আছে? রোজায় ঈদের আগে একটা ক্লাস হবে, এই ঈদের আগ পর্যন্ত যে সমস্ত ক্লাস